And I've got a power to request your name.
Then why did you bring up section 44 if it's not specific? You specifically said section 4. Which section then?
Actually, it doesn't matter, to be perfectly honest. It doesn't matter. I'm aware.
I was honest with you before saying I don't know what it falls under.
I've got a power in law to actually demand that you give me your name and your date of birth.
Go on,
under
then.
that legislation.
Demand it then.
Imagine getting stopped for simply holding a camera and then calmly schooling the officers on their own laws. What begins as a harmless chat soon turns into a tense standoff over rights, power and knowledge. Stay till the end. Someone's confidence completely collapses on camera.
Thanks.
Hello, buddy. Whereabouts you from, mate?
What's that got to do with you?
Because you've been just walked through private property on the Kobe Centre taking photographs. But obviously, you know, no pictures of faces or car registers or anything like that.
What makes you think that you can come out and demand that?
I've got a power in law to actually demand that you give me your name and your date of birth.
Go on,
under
then.
that legislation.
Demand it then.
Give me your name and your date of birth.
No. Do you ever do it where you get it the wrong way around, you stick it up the nose first and then in the throat, causing them to vomit?
No.
No, okay.
Did you see the manager?
I did. He said to me to come down here and tell you that he's got too many security staff here.
Yeah.
He won't need you tomorrow, so can you collect your cards and he'll pay you your wages.
Are you okay?
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, what are you recording for, sir?
Just private.
Ah, right, okay. Do you want to nip into the reception with us?
Not really, no.
See how quickly this talk about filming turns serious? One moment it's a calm question, next it's about private property. Here's the twist. Implied public access often confuses people. You can legally film from public ground, even if it borders private space. That's where most clashes start.
You alright?
Mind me asking why you're video recording?
Just for personal recreation and...
Yeah, what is it you're video recording, please?
Anything I can see?
Are you recording the camp?
Anything I can see?
I mean, are you recording the camp itself? Are you bird watching? Are you recording...
Anything I can see, everything I can see.
Okay, so we don't want you recording anything on the MOD property itself. We don't want the camera facing into the camp.
You don't want?
We don't want the MOD, this camp does not want anyone recording towards the camp.
Okay, so I
That's
want to, so that neutralises that, doesn't it?
You're on MOD property.
Okay, so where does your property end?
The property ends where the road ends. That's all MOD property there. This MOD property here. So if you want to record, we'd prefer you to be away or off, especially when we've got a statue on the same bit of grass you're on. We just don't want anyone recording the camp. That's why I ask, do you mind me asking what you're recording itself? I know you say anything you can see, but the camera is directly looking onto the camp.
Yeah, that's because I'm photographing directly onto the camp.
Yeah, why? What are you photographing, please?
For a private project.
Yeah, can you explain what that is?
Well, there's a clue in the word private in that couplet.
Okay. It's in our best interest to know.
I don't care.
You've seen the terrorist threat on the thing is heightened. We don't know who you are, we don't know what you're doing, we want to know exactly what you're doing.
I don't care what you want to know.
Okay, that's fine.
There's more chance of you getting killed in there, mate, than there is outside.
That's fine, no worries.
Yeah.
Notice the officer's tone here, polite but probing. When the filmer says, anything I can see, he's quoting the golden rule of public photography. If the public can stand there, filming is fair game. This moment quietly teaches boundaries without needing to argue.
Do you plan on recording this camp anymore?
Yeah.
You do, okay. I can't physically tell you to leave the position you're in, but if you can carry on to film the camp, the police are going to be informed and able to come and take you away.
Okay.
That's the situation. You can either accept it or not, but that's going to happen, alright? Alright, that's going to happen.
Yeah. Can I come in and have a look around?
Say again?
Can I come in and have a look around?
Can you come and have a look around, yeah, if you want to be arrested?
Now this line sounds almost like a threat. Let me know when someone takes you away. But legally, that's nothing. It's not an order. Most people fold here, but staying calm exposes how authority often relies on tone, not actual law. Brilliant composure.
Hello, buddy. Whereabouts you from, mate?
What's that got to do with you?
Because you've been just walked through private property on the Kobe Centre taking photographs.
Is there public access here?
Well, here there is, but not on the Kobe Centre, there isn't, no.
What's COVID Centre?
The one you just walked through down there.
Oh, I don't know where I've been, but yeah, well, whatever.
Okay, you're from the press.
No, I'm not from the press though.
Okay, no problem. Again, this is police headquarters.
So what?
So obviously we had notified them you're out here taking
on,
photographs, which I've done. Okay, mate, there's no need to show that kind of attitude, mate. I'm being perfectly civil with you. I'm just asking what you're
I
doing.
would have known done. I would have gone up to somebody and said, "Oh, did you know you were going across private property there?" But you haven't. You come up all aggressive.
I haven't come up aggressive at all.
You have. So whoever walks across it, somebody walks past my lawn, I wouldn't go up. I wouldn't chase them down the road.
Well, we're governed by the guidelines by the government, which is there's no photography allowed on site. It's also private property. Okay, so I'm just saying, when it comes to regards to the COVID centre, you're on public property here. So what you do? You just walk through the car park. You just walk through.
What car park?
Just around the corner.
I haven't walked through a car park.
You have, because you've been seen by some of our cleaning staff, which is why I'm here.
I am telling you now.
Okay.
I've got it all on here.
That's absolutely fine, but all I'm saying...
No, it's not fine.
This part's subtle, but powerful. The filmer questions access around a COVID centre, asking, is this public? That's exactly how you test legality, not with confrontation, but curiosity. If there's no sign or barrier, you're likely within rights. Watch how knowledge cools tension instantly.
Obviously, of course, you're taking photos of the police headquarters, so we have to make their security aware as well.
Like, it doesn't matter, it's not illegal. So where do you think I was?
University. I can show you exactly where. I can do that.
Right, let me just, before I go any further, I was on that footpath and I never crossed the road.
Well, so you've not been down here at all?
Who saw me over there?
I'm there. Not here. Oh, right, okay. Right, okay, my apologies, I told you over there. I say, so this then, obviously you can't take photos on here. What you do on a public road is a matter for yourself.
So you needn't have come and seen me then?
Well,
and you needn't have reported me?
The information I was given is that you were on the beacon side.
He's just come over to me and said, the cleaner's just been said, you've been on our COVID site, and I haven't. I've been on a public footpath.
No, that's not what it said. What it said is someone has seen you on our COVID site, is what I said.
This is such a clever move. He apologises, and instantly the guard softens. People underestimate how disarming humility can be. In audits, calmness isn't weakness, it's strategy. The real win here is respect gained without backing down from your rights.
Well, doesn't trump my rights though, does it?
Well, no,
but you can tell. Are you recording me?
I am, yes.
Are you not supposed to tell me when you're recording me?
I'm in a public place just as you are.
Okay, doesn't matter, it's still on your procedures.
Okay. I'm not within a...
I don't understand. We've obviously just...
You don't have to understand, that's okay. That's alright.
We just looked at it, so why are you going to the police station?
You can carry on wondering.
Obviously, from a police point of view, given what's happened in the last couple of days in London,
yeah,
we become suspicious, don't we? It doesn't look good when people are filming a police station, that's all.
Do you know what though? 3 days ago it would have been exactly the same. 4 days ago, doesn't matter what's happened in the last 2 days. This will happen whenever you do it.
Okay, so for what purpose are you filming the police station?
Well, I don't have to tell you that. If it's lawful and I'm in a public place, I can do it without having to explain to anybody.
Okay, that's fine.
It's okay?
We'll
have a good day.
Who are you then, sir? Are you happy to provide us with...
Oh, no, I don't need to do that, do I?
No, that's fine.
I was just asking if you were going to. Obviously, if you've got nothing to hide, then you'd be quite happy.
Oh, is that right? So I've only got, if I don't tell you I've got something to hide, is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I said, was it? That's an inference you've drawn from it. Yeah?
What you said was, if I've got nothing to hide, I'll tell you. So if I don't tell you, have I got something to hide? Okay. No, well, I'd rather invoke that right to anonymity.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just asking the question.
That's okay. You don't mind me? You don't like these rights? You're all right.
We'll obviously be making other officers aware that someone's...
That's fine. That's great. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
See you. Have a good day.
Here's where it gets fascinating. The officer plays the suspicion card, but suspicion isn't power. You can ask questions. They can too. But unless they name a specific legal power, you're not obliged to explain yourself. This is rights education happening live, in real time.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hiya, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you very much. And yourself?
I'm doing good.
Do you mind if I ask you what you're doing?
Just photographing.
Photographing what?
Anything I can see from a public footpath.
Okay, right. You're known for this, I think, are you?
You mean I'm famous or infamous?
Well, I wouldn't say either, to be honest with you. I think you were down at the commissioning centre, I think. Were you down at D-side? You've been down there?
I don't know what the commissioning centre is.
Obviously, the reason that I've been asked to speak is you've spoken to some colleagues, I think, or some colleagues have tried to speak to you.
I don't know, because they didn't identify themselves.
Right, okay. They were in plain clothes, so they're obviously
yeah.
CID officers, yeah?
Were they? Didn't ID. I thought they had to ID to me. If they come and talk to me.
Did you ask them for ID? Sir, I don't know.
No. I thought that was their policy though. They come up and they ID, make themselves known to me, identify, and then go about.
As I say, I don't know.
Okay.
I've just heard the call over the radio.
All right.
The reason I'm speaking to you.
All right.
Obviously, there was some concern, obviously, because it's a police premises, you know, obviously Terrorism Act, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we're speaking to you.
Okay.
All right?
This the cavalry?
I wouldn't know, sir. They're on the horses. As far as I'm aware, the
Well, it looks
cavalry
like he's
horses,
holding the stirrups.
He looks like he's what, sorry?
He's holding something there. It's not the wheel.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not driving at the moment, is he? So he's not moving the vehicle.
Oh no, it wasn't a complaint, it was just an observation.
There we go, no problem at all. I'll leave you to it then.
I love this section. It's calm reflection after the storm. The filmer mentions how his complaint was upheld. That's big. Most people think arguing in the moment fixes things, but proper accountability comes later, through process. Knowledge of procedure beats shouting every time.
Along the tarmac catwalk, their ambition is to achieve world peace and comfort in the workplace.
Can I ask you what you're doing?
I'm photographing
What are you photographing?
that building there and police cars and you.
Why?
Personal project.
What's the personal project?
Well, the reason I put personal in there was to give you a bit of a clue.
Right.
So it's something that I'm doing that I don't want to discuss with you.
Okay, it's just a bit concerning when someone is filming police cars leaving the building.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a legal term or is that just your spin?
It's not legal, it's just
Okay, well, it doesn't.
why someone's filming the police cars leaving.
Right. People's concern don't trump my rights.
Okay.
Really. What's that? Catherine Elizabeth Williams?
Yeah.
Okay. You constable, are you?
Yeah,
How are you? What you've been detecting today?
Can I take your name?
No.
How do you need my name? So I can check who you are.
No, I don't need to give him. If this is a lawful activity, I don't need to explain who I am or account for it. As you will know if you're a detective.
Well, filming buildings like this does fall under certain terrorism
Does it?
laws.
Which one's that?
I can't quote them off the top of my head
It's
without
43.
looking it up, but
Yeah, no, it doesn't. The building doesn't.
police cars, people,
Doesn't
coming
matter.
and going.
No, you can.
This is one of the smartest exchanges in the whole video. The detective mentions terrorism laws but can't quote a section. That's a quiet victory. If an officer can't state the exact authority, they can't rely on it. It's confidence built from pure legal understanding.
What's your name, sir?
Why do you want to know?
Because we've got powers in law to ask, actually, if you're videoing police cars.
Well, no, and I've got powers to say no. I can invoke the right to anonymity.
Actually, you can't. Under Section 44 of the Terrorism Act, we've got power to request your name and date of birth.
No way. So you're not aware that Theresa May repealed Section 44 in 2012 then?
No, no.
Do you think you should if you're coming out with this type of rhetoric with me?
Sorry?
Do you think you should know that?
I know I've got a power to ask for your name and your date of birth.
Hold on.
Under the Terrorism Act.
Let's step back to Section 44. Are you not aware that that doesn't exist anymore?
The specific section of the legislation is irrelevant. I'm aware that I've got a power to request your name
Then why
and
did
date
you
of
bring
birth
up
under
Section
the Terrorism
44 if it's not specific? You
It may have been the
specifically
wrong
said Section 4.
It may
Which
have been the
section
wrong
then?
section. Actually, it doesn't matter, to be perfectly honest. It doesn't matter. I'm
I
aware.
was honest with you before saying I don't know what it falls under.
I've got a power in law
Yeah.
to actually demand that you give me your name and your date of birth.
Go on,
under
then.
that legislation.
Demand it then.
Give me your name and your date of birth.
No, because you've just
I've got reasonable
committed.
grounds to suspect that you're engaged in hostile reconnaissance of police vehicles.
Really? What's
Yeah.
the difference between passive reconnaissance then?
Sorry?
What's the difference between passive reconnaissance? How would you know the
Sorry?
difference? What is the difference between passive reconnaissance and hostile?
There's no such thing. Reconnaissance is not a passive act, is it?
Of course it can be.
No, it's not.
It could be for a story.
Reconnaissance is not
It could be
passive
for a
act,
hobby.
is it?
Of course it is.
Reconnaissance, the
Okay.
very nature of reconnaissance,
Listen to me.
going
You've
out of your
committed.
way to take
You've committed an offence.
videos or pictures of something.
You have committed an offence.
No, I haven't.
Under Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015,
Yeah.
you have just threatened to use your power improperly.
No, I
And the
haven't.
reason I have left it,
No, I
the reason
haven't.
I have left it
Actually.
is because you should have corrected him, because you have also committed offence by not correcting him and putting him right. So the pair of you have.
This ending is gold. The filmer stays polite while correcting the officer about Section 44, a law repealed years ago. That calm correction exposes everything. It's proof that real power in audits doesn't come from attitude. It comes from knowing the law better than the badge.
That's actually not the case.
It is the
because
case.
we have that power in law.
You don't
and you're
have the
well
power.
aware we have that power.
You
in
don't
law.
have the power. Go and get your memo from Trotter, who was head of ACPO, and read what it says, 2010,
ACPO is no longer a thing,
about
by the way.
photographing the police and about photographing cars. Because you're really struggling,
These
aren't
aren't
you?
operational police vehicles in this
So
car
what?
park. So that gives me more of a concern of why you're interested
So what?
in them.
So what?
Look, we're clearly not really getting anywhere with this conversation, are we?
It's because you don't know your shit, that's why.
Look, all you need to know is I'm aware I've got powers in law to do the things that
Well
I
then,
do.
why don't you go for it and do it?
Hey?
Do it.
Because actually, at the moment...
Because you know you're wrong, and you know you're going to get sued if you do. You're
Well, no,
wrong.
that's not the case, is it? That's not the case at all. Look, if you're just doing this to try and waste our time, to try and get a reaction out of us, that's fair enough. But I'd appreciate you a bit of honesty in the conversation, really. If you're here for a legitimate reason, then fine. But why wouldn't you tell us that?
I don't have to disclose
I know
anything.
You don't have to, but you do appreciate though, and you said it was a personal project. You won't tell me why. That
I don't
makes
have
it
to.
suspicious.
I don't have to.
Yeah,
I think you need to.
Actually, the reason we're
You need to grow
suspicious is
some.
this is a secure police station
Well, if it's secure, what's your worry?
in the middle of nowhere,
Exactly.
right? So there's no real legitimate reason for you to be here, is there?
Member of the public walking up a public footpath. Is that not legitimate enough?
With a camera, taking pictures of
Yeah.
vehicles and registration details.
Taking photograph of a brand new building.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a photographer?
No.
Well, then don't tell me what is
But
legitimate
that's
then.
not a photo camera, is it? It's a video camera.
What's that button there?
But when
Yeah,
I was
it's a
walking
camera
towards you,
button,
you're filming me walking.
So what?
Hey, if
So
you're
what I
do-
want to know
honestly,
is
if
this.
you're here to get a rise or reaction out of us, that's fine. But if you're
I
here
can't-
for
I
any
can't-
other purpose,
I can't believe what you've come out with. I cannot believe what you've come out with. You are the worst type of policeman, you are.
why?
Because you've come
Insane.
out and you have actually, you're abusing your power.
I'm not abusing.
You're abusing your power. You've quoted a law that no longer exists, and as you always so rightly tell everybody else, that it's no defence. Ignorance of the law is no defence. But you're actually trying to threaten me with the law
No.
that has been repealed 7 years ago.
Existing powers are there.
Unbelievable.
Existing powers are there.
And then
Whether
you're
it's that
demanding to
specific
know.
section or not is another thing entirely, isn't
You're
it?
unbelievable.
But it's actually there, and you're well aware that power is there.
I am. I'm aware of the other terrorist powers as well, and
Yeah.
I don't think you are. So there's no point going down that road, is
Right,
there?
okay, that's completely your opinion. But obviously the reason we've out here is because we've had a call from an off-duty officer that a male he doesn't recognise is walking around in a car park with cameras.
No, so it's only the people he knows can do that, is it?
No, it just raises concern that someone who is not identifiably a police officer.
And that's the beauty of knowing your rights. Calm, informed confidence dismantles authority faster than anger ever could. Every interaction like this reminds us, the law protects the polite, not the loud. Keep learning, stay respectful, and let knowledge be your sharpest defense. Peace out.